Alright, so I think the cutting room floor opens that area up behind this furniture, this bookcase, whatever that is obstructing us. But I'm not sure what edit would cause us. You know, it could have something to do with this, but I think this was really intended more for your home. So I don't know that this would have anything to do with here in the Ragged Flagon. Let's see. I'm not sure that any of these would modify this area for any reason. I was trying to look and see if there was some reason that could happen. There could be, of course, changes that I'm not aware of. But I was looking through and I didn't see any reason that any of these would have to alter or mess with a piece of furniture like that. But I was going through and looking anyway, so I think something that is turned on is putting this. Maybe I need a cutting room floor patch for something I'm not aware of. I don't have everything turned on though. Nonetheless, one of our mods is putting this in the way. I'm pretty sure cutting room floor opens that area up back there, and it's like there's a little room with some beds and stuff. Since we can't go back that way to see the other stuff, I don't think I have that key, do I? No, you have to get that key from them. So I'm not sure what mod is doing, you know, what. Alright. We'll see if we can let Ben go, because he's just too much in the way. He is too much in the way. Yes, please. He's just way too much in the way. More than anybody else. He's always in the way. Alright, so this is not a major earth-shattering problem. However, it is an annoyance. And it probably has something to do with either two mods that aren't exactly in tune with each other. Maybe I'm missing a patch, or perhaps I need something to be below something else. Any or all three of those are possible. See, the professor left, and now I am free to walk around. So let's, I guess what we should do, let's just go back over here for a minute. I'm going to take a look at the mods again and see, and I'm going to go look for a patch. I'm going to do a save right here. And we'll see what we can find. There's got to be something, and I'll try to look up like some patches for cutting room floor and see what we can find. So just hold on. I won't make you sit through this load. I don't have that much to say.
Illogical.
Alright, I know this is probably not a big deal, but I'm pretty sure there's a mod that's blocking that. See, there's supposed to be a little bedroom back in that area. If I remember right, there's like 2 or 3 little beds, and some of them go back there and sleep. So I'm not sure some of the Thieves Guild people go back there and sleep. I'm not sure why that would be blocked by any mod. Now, it could be an older mod is doing it, because I think there's been updates in the, in the years since the beginning of the game. I think this there was a wall there and that possibly there was a way, wasn't really a way to get through here. So what we're going to do, and I run a little bit of a risk here, but we do have a save to work with, is we're going to do the no clip and we're going to just walk through here. Yeah, see, this room is supposed to be, just turn that off now. This room is supposed to be available to you. Not that you would necessarily sleep, but you should be able to come back here and access this room. So some mod has inserted this. What mod? Alda's looking at, hey, how did Geo get through? Dude, you're pretty good. Anyway, so some mod has inserted that. I don't know for sure how I'm going to find that, but I'm going to fool around with that just a little bit and see if we can figure out which mod is doing it, and then we're probably going to drop that mod because something's wrong if the mod has put something like that breaking. You know, it's not breaking the game, but it's breaking the flow of things. Now Geo is trapped back there. Poor guy. Nonetheless, so what I'm going to try is I'm going to go through and I'm going to try to turn some mods off, and then, matter of fact, let me think about this for a minute. I may have to create somebody new. Turn all the mods off, create somebody new, see if it's here, and then take it from there. So that's probably a good idea. Now I do have a vanilla. No, I don't. Not on this thing. I don't. I'm trying to remember. So anyway, bear with me. I'm going to come back. I'm probably going to create somebody new so we can check this out. I don't know why this would be there or what mod would put it there, but we'll figure it out. So, all right. I will be back in a minute.
Affirmative.
Alright, so I turned off the 10 lowest mods in my load order, and we're just going to try that. We'll see how that goes. I think that'll work pretty good. If we just go 10 at a time until we cause those shells. We'll cause those shells to disappear, and then we'll move on from there. Dun, 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 dun. Now, of course, we could create other issues, but okay, so the bookcase is still there. So those 10 are not the culprit. So we will try again. Alright, so I'm going to try. Oh, don't worry about that. The game thinks this is a brand new game, I guess. Well, anyway, so I'm going to hop out. Let's try the next 10, and we'll go until we find the one that removes that bookcase, hopefully.
Transfer complete.
Alright, so I'm going to roll back down to the bottom. I'm going to turn those mods that I turned off back on, and then we're going to roll up and we're going to turn off 10 other mods, okay? So we were using these. That was 4. That was 5. And then I was using some of these things up here. Well, I don't know if I was using that. That's watercolor for that. Okay, let's move on. Okay, so those were the 10 that we had turned off. So we're going to turn off 10 more. And I realize these are probably not going to be it. But this is to be thorough, that I check all of them, even if I'm fairly certain these are not to blame, okay? And I am. I'm fairly certain that none of these are to blame. However, to be safe, we're just going to do this. Now, I'm going to do a reset and everything. I'll be back in a minute.
Working.
Okay. So here we are. We're loading back in again. Now, I'm just going to take these 10 at a time. We're just going to roll up through our load order, and this is going to take a little while. Now, we may find, I don't know, I expect that we'll find that some mod is putting that bookcase or those shelves there. Because I don't think it's supposed to be there. I think you're supposed to be able to go back in that room. But we may find that actually that's not the case. So we'll try this and see. There could be any number of reasons that bookcase is there. So I'm just going to be patient and try to go through these. This isn't even a crash or any kind of problem like that. This is just one of those things where I'm like, why is that there? What is putting it there? If a mod is putting it there, then I want to probably remove it. Okay, it's still here. So we have not found the culprit, which I'm not surprised. I didn't think our beautification mods would matter. Our NPC replacers. Poor Vex. She still looks better than poor Hulda, but nonetheless, this is still here. So we have not found our culprit. So I'm going to drop back out again. And we're going to switch around. We're going to turn back on our 10 mods we turned off. And we're going to turn off 10 more. So I really think the problem is there's one mod that is dropping or putting those shelves there, I think. Now, I could be wrong. It could just be in the game somehow. But I don't remember that. I could go back to my Xbox and load up my guy and check and see. But I'm pretty sure that's not there in his game. Admittedly, though, I do not play the vanilla game much anymore. So sometimes my memory is not as good as it should be. It's like, well, I don't remember exactly if that's there in the vanilla game. So but I know this little room that you can access with the beds back there for the members of the Thieves Guild, that little room has been back there in my game for quite some time. How long, I don't know, but for quite some time. Was it there in the 360? I don't know. I could turn on my 360. I still have Skyrim for that, and I could load it up and see. But I'm not going to go that far. We're just not. That's too far, too much for me. I can't do that. So we're going to scroll down. We're going to turn back on our mods up above the beauties of Skyrim. Okay, here we go. Turn these back on. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I think there was one more. Pretty sure I did 10. I usually, yep, there's 10. I try to count it out. Okay, so let's turn these off. Oops. 1, 2. I'm pretty sure this is not the problem, but just to be thorough, we're going to turn it off. Same with this one. 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm not turning the cheat room off because I know it doesn't do that. 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now, we're going to turn those off. Probably, I don't know. I don't think any of these would be the culprit, but you never know. So I'm just going to turn those off. We're going to go do another reset. I will be back in a minute, and we'll look and see if that bookshelf is there. Alright, so we're trying again for the big reveal. Now, if we find that none of these mods remove or, are responsible for that bookcase, I will be very surprised. I can't think of a time that a mod was not somehow responsible. Now, I don't mean that in a bad way. It's just, it could be an older mod that was placed there before. I don't know. I'm trying to guess. It doesn't make sense to me that would suddenly be there. Just out of the blue. Because it shouldn't be there. Though it could be in the old game that it was there. It's still there. As you see here. It's still there. How y'all doing? Hey. Better looking Hulda. She's back. She looks much better. Better looking Vex. Oh, I know. You're just so fussy. What? Oh. What are you doing? Geo. Man, you're roughing me up. Let me look at this guy for a second. No. Veckle. Okay, he looks alright. I don't know. I thought Vex's eyes looked wrong. She won't look at me, will she? Oh no, her eyes are fine. It was just me. Okay. Anyway. So we can't get through here again. So let's just keep going on our little trip. Let's go. We got 10 more to go through and check out. So I'll go take care of that. Let's go. We'll go turn those off. And so I'll be right back in a minute.
Engage.
Alright, so we can be fairly certain that these mods 4 were not the problem. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Which I'm not overly surprised, but 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. But we're just going to check everything to make sure. We're just, like I said, we're just going to kind of go through this 10 at a time until we find the culprit. If we can find such a culprit, we'll see. If we don't find any culprit, then I may have to load up the vanilla game and see what's what. But anyway, for now, we're going to go with this. So I'm going to hop back out. I'm going to do a reset. And then we're going to try again.
Make it so, no.
Alright, so here we go again. Loading back in. Gonna see if we see that bookcase. Woo, look at that. The two-headed... I forget, did this... I think all this had... You know, I need to see that movie again. It's been a long time. It had a lot of craziness to it. Was it Set? I think it was Set, wasn't it? Didn't they say that's who this was? This was representative of somehow. It's been a while. Dun dun dun. Ooh, oh, I was going to bring it in really close. Okay, that's still here. Interesting. And we still can't get by it. Alright. Now remember, I let the professor go because he got on my nerves. I'm sure in a regular playthrough where you're playing and stuff, he would not be so bad. But for me, I'm just like, I'm trying to go through all this testing and I am short on patience with him. So anyway, so let's go. We're going to turn those mods back on and turn off the next 10. You know, part of me early on was saying, well, maybe that is put there by the SMM, but I thought the SMM is really just meshes. It shouldn't affect where anything is. So, I thought that doesn't make sense, so I'll only test it at the very end, I guess, with the patch, because I don't think the patch does that either, I don't think, but we'll find out. Eventually, if Bethesda will let us in. I'm not sure why this load takes so long. Because they don't load up all the mods. You know what I mean? When you get there, they only load that first little bit that you can see, and the minute you go scrolling down the page, it starts loading the other lines. So I'm not sure why this takes so long. But it is definitely a long load for the mod screen. But anyway, so we'll keep doing this until we get it done. See? Now we go down and look at all them load. So I'm not sure why that takes so long. It's not like it loads everything all at once. By the way, we've got to try this at some point. The raccoon courier replacer. I mean, I'm not going to be able to resist that. And I just warn you, at some point you're going to see a show. That is just too much. Alright. So these 10 appear, and I'm just going to go with appear to be okay. So I'm going to turn them back on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And yes, I used to count with my fingers and toes if necessary. It does not bother me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I just kind of doubt that those have anything to do with this, but if we're not thorough and if we just skip and jump around, you can spend days never finding the right one because you don't use a method. Now, admittedly, the method can be slow and tedious, but you're better off to do that. That way you're thorough and you make sure when you find the issue, you're really finding the issue. So, anyway, I'm going to have to do a reset, so I will be back in a minute. Alright, so we loaded back up here. And it's still here. So, let's go try again. We're going to hop out and go try again. So I'm going to go to the mods. I don't think we're going to wait through all of this, so I will see you in a minute. Okay, since I could not find what I was after, I've turned everything off. I'm going to leave alternate star on only. I'll show you that. It's the only thing I'm going to leave on. I'm going to make myself a thief, and we're going to go to the ragged flagon and see. Everything else is off, just alternate start. That's the only thing I have turned on. If that bookcase is still there, then we know it's there in the game. And we would probably need a mod or something to remove it. So I'm going to do a reset, and I will be right back.
I fought mud crabs more fearsome than you.